What do you do for a living? I'm an architect. I design and construct buildings. What do you do for a living? I'm an actor. I act in movies or on stage. What do you do for a living? I'm a baker. I bake bread. What do you do for a living? I'm an astronomer. I study the stars. What do you do for a living? I'm an astrologist. I read the stars. What do you do for a living? I'm an auctioneer. I put things up for auction. I'm a barber. I cut men's hair. I'm a bank clerk. I serve people in the bank. I'm a beekeeper. I look after bees. I'm a bricklayer. I lay bricks. I'm a news broadcaster. I broadcast the news. I'm a builder. I build things. I'm a butcher. I cut up the meat to sell to the public. I'm a taxi driver. I take people to where they want to go. I'm a mechanic. I repair cars. I'm a care assistant. I look after sick people. I'm a carpenter. I make things from wood. I'm a cleaner. I clean things. I'm a chef. I cook food in a restaurant. I'm a composer. I compose music. I'm a dance teacher. I teach people how to dance. I'm a decorator. I decorate people's houses. I'm a dentist. I repair and look after people's teeth. I'm a dietitian. I give you advice on what foods you should eat to stay healthy. I'm a movie director. I direct and make movies. I'm a disc jockey. I play music. I'm a dog trainer. I train dogs to do special tricks. I'm a doctor. I treat and cure sick people. I'm a driving instructor. I teach people how to drive a car. I'm an electrician. I do electrical repairs. What does he do for a living? He's an entertainer. An entertainer entertains people. What does he do for a living? He's a farmer. A farmer works on a farm and grows crops. What does she do for a living? She's a fashion designer. A fashion designer makes and designs clothes. What does he do for a living? He's a fireman. A fireman rescues people from burning buildings. What does he do for a living? He's a fisherman. A fisherman goes to the sea and brings back lots of fish to the harbour. What does he do for a living? He's a foreign exchange clerk. A foreign exchange clerk exchanges foreign currency. She's a fortune teller. A fortune teller predicts your future. He's a gardener. A gardener mows the lawn and he does the garden. She's a hotel receptionist. A hotel receptionist welcomes guests. She's a hairdresser. A hairdresser cuts and styles people's hair. She's a tour guide. A tour guide guides people around tourist sites. He's a translator. A translator translates from one language to another. He's an interpreter. An interpreter interprets from one language to another. He's a judge. A judge judges cases. She's a laundry worker. A laundry worker cleans your clothes. He's a lecturer. A lecturer lectures people at university. She's a librarian. A librarian gives out books. He's a lifeguard. A lifeguard rescues people if they are drowning. She's a makeup artist. A makeup artist puts makeup on actors and actresses. She's a fashion model. A fashion model models clothes on the catwalk and in fashion magazines. He's a model maker. A model maker makes models. He's a musician. A musician plays musical instruments. She's a nanny. A nanny looks after children. She's a nurse. A nurse helps doctors to look after patients. She's a nutritionist. A nutritionist advises you about nutrition. She's an optician. An optician checks your eyes to make sure they are okay. She's a paramedic. A paramedic helps people in an emergency situation. He's a postman. A postman delivers the mail to your house. She's a palmist. A palmist reads people's palms. He's a photographer. A photographer takes pictures of things. He's a pilot. A pilot flies and lands planes. He's a plumber. A plumber fixes sinks. He's a pizza maker. A pizza maker makes pizza. He's a politician. A politician tells lies. He's a policeman. A policeman arrests people and protects the public. He's a detective. A detective investigates crime scenes. He's a king. A king rules his kingdom. She's a primary school teacher. A primary school teacher teaches young children. He's a prison guard. A prison guard makes sure prisoners do not escape. He's a soldier. A soldier fights in wars. He's a psychiatrist. A psychiatrist treats people with mental illness. He's a real estate agent. A real estate agent sells houses. He's a referee. A referee referees football matches. He's a removal man. A removal man removes things from people's houses. She's a chambermaid. A chambermaid cleans people's rooms in a hotel. She's a scientist. A scientist does scientific experiments. He's a sculptor. A sculptor sculpts things. He's a security guard. A security guard protects buildings. He's a bodyguard. A bodyguard protects people. He's a shepherd. A shepherd looks after sheep. She's a singer. A singer sings to the public. He's a songwriter. A songwriter writes songs. She's a doctor. A doctor looks after your health and treats sick people. He's a train driver. A train driver drives trains. He's a tram driver. A tram driver drives trams. She's a vet. A vet cures and looks after sick animals. She's a waitress. A waitress takes people's order and serves people food in a restaurant. He's a waiter. A waiter takes people's order and brings food to the table. He's a writer. A writer writes books and stories for the public to read. He's a window cleaner. A window cleaner cleans windows.